you wanna be somebody, even if you gotta leave somebody. Yes, I'm hurt, yes, I'm dead. Most things I don't wanna say. I won't be around while you change.
Hey you guys, welcome back to Taylor XO, or welcome to Taylor XO if you are a new subscriber. So y'all, let's get into this video. Now y'all been seeing that I've been posting a bunch of shorts. Y'all know that Jazzy did a live yesterday, and I guess you could call it a troll live, where she went live and just spoke on a bunch of random things, and then she started talking about cash apps, asking for cash apps, saying that if people wanted to ask questions, they had to super chat or cash app, and just trying to, troll her way to subliminally ask for money. Y'all know that Jazzy, if she does troll, she always tries to come on here and troll with, using the whole cash app thing. But we know that sis is clearly trying to subliminally get money, because y'all know that she over there, she spent the little $500 for the PS5 for Chris, and y'all know much more than she probably does over there for him on a daily basis. All the meat, the wine, the car payments, everything else combined in one. Y'all know what she over there does for Chris. So she's basically drained dry, after the 21st. It just seems like we always see dude around the 21st, and then after that he goes MIA and we don't see him. And lately we have not seen Chris. So, people been thinking like, okay, well, maybe she's super frustrated and mad because he's not around. Y'all know how Jazzy gets when Chris isn't around. She gets to just acting crazy and treating the kids like crap and just doing all these kinds of stuff that, y'all know how Jazzy is when it comes to her Chris. So she went live yesterday, and people were just saying like, this is just typical Jazzy. She tries to come on here and act so hard and try to, throw the reactors in there. It seems like these days when she goes live, the only time that she goes live is when she wants to speak on reactors and throw dig at reactors, and she gets mad that reactors speak on certain things. And I don't really think any of the reactors care. I know myself, I don't. I speak on what I speak on. I post what I post. I don't really care. But I do speak on, the facts that I see, the stuff that I see in the videos. Y'all know that I don't post or say anything, any way too out of the way of, being the truth or just creating these off the wall theories. But y'all know that also in the live yesterday, there was a few things that were mentioned in Jazzy's live by one of her mods about Peach's kids, and y'all seen that on my community post. If you haven't, you guys can go check that out. But I'm also gonna post the screenshots in this video because a lot of people were talking about it, and a lot of people thought that Peach was going to respond, and Peach ended up not responding, and she basically said that she doesn't entertain drama. So, I think a lot of people were hoping that Peach would come on and, cuss Jazzy out and, go off. Y'all know that, the whole thing with Liv and Jazz was a fail. They didn't go back and forth with each other. It was just a, he say, she say thing, and then it was just kind of left at that. But I think a lot of people have been waiting for somebody to really get on Jazzy's butt, because y'all know that Jazzy does talk a lot of stuff, and she throws her stones and then she hides out. And when things do go down, y'all know that you can never find Jazzy. She'll wait till things clear out, and then she'll come on and try to act so unbothered, like she doesn't know what's going on. And it's just the typical routine of Jazzy. But let's get into this situation on her mod, bringing up some crazy things about Peach's children. And I know a lot of people, well, not a lot of people, but I did see some people on some other people's comments and videos, and a few people were commenting on my videos or my community posts, and they were talking about how it's so hypocritical. Y'all, I can't talk today. I don't know what's going on, so excuse me if I just keep tripping up. Y'all, I cannot talk today. But people were saying how hypocritical it is that, reactors were saying how horrible it was what Jazzy's mod said in her live, and then going in on the fact that reactors speak on the children and reactors say disgusting things. And I will say that there is reactors out here who do say a lot of disgusting things about the kids of these mommies, not even specifically mommies in the sector, like Liv, Jazzy, Chrissy, but just all around. And, you know, there is a few, but at the end of the day, I don't think that, you know, a lot of the reactors do just come on here saying crazy, you know, just off the wall things about the children. At least I never heard. I mean, there may be a few, like I said, but me personally, I don't ever hear any of the reactors just get on here and just start bashing kids and saying that Peach needs to worry, or that people need to worry about their slow, half-brain, dusty children. So, you know, this mod seems to have always been an issue in Jazzy's chat. I know a few people have spoke on her. You know, she seems to always bring up the reactors in the chats. I know she spoke on me a few times. And I just think, like I said, as hypocritical as y'all may think that reactors were talking about, you know, how terrible it was for her to be talking about half-dead children and things like that. You know, I also think that it's also very hypocritical for y'all to be in Jazzy's chat just bashing other people's, especially big content creators. Not that it matters, you know, anybody's children spoken on. It doesn't, you know, it doesn't make it any more worse that it's just somebody who's known. But at the end of the day, you know, Jazzy has claimed that she is friends with this woman, that they talk on a daily, or not daily, but she tries to make it seem like they're cool. So the fact that Jazzy just let her mod just drop in and say those things and didn't even bother to correct it or say, like, you know, let's not speak on children. This is a place of, you know, positivity. We don't speak on children. And being that, you know, she claims that people come on here every day and speak on her children, you would think that she would be more willing to take up for another content creator who somebody's in her chat talking about their children, whether it was a mod or not. And y'all remember when it happened with Liv, where people came in the chat while Jazzy was on the panel and they were speaking on Liv on another reactor's panel, and that's how that happened, and that went down from there. So, you know, Jazzy has a history of just letting people come in her chats and say whatever about whoever, even people that she talks to on a daily basis, her friends, and the scary bitch never says anything. So, you know, it is giving very scary. She doesn't want to say anything. I guess she's afraid, or, you know, scared, or I don't know what is going on with the girl. It is her channel. She runs her own channel. She's the one who got those 50 plus thousand followers. So why she acts like she can't, you know, put a mod in check when they're speaking on other people's children, especially just, you know, the way you're speaking on children, to go to that extreme to speak on a child is very crazy to me, but it is what it is. That's just how Jazzy is. She doesn't correct anybody because she's just so scared. And Chris has made it known that she's so scary. Liv has made it known that she's scary. Everybody that comes around her knows that Jazzy is just scary. That's, you know, she talks a lot of stuff behind her computer, but I'm sure if it came down to it, to where she had to meet one of these people up in person to fight, y'all know Jazzy is not pulling up nowhere. She's sitting right in her room on that chair, on her laptop, talking stuff on her live. So it was also bad enough, y'all. You know, people were going crazy talking about that, going on the community posts, you know, posting the screenshots, y'all know. And so shortly after that, when people, you know, got off of that whole Peach McIntyre thing, Jazzy proceeded to start just running at the mouth, just saying anything. And y'all know Jazzy doesn't care what she says. And then this girl wonders why people spin things and say things the way they do, because this girl just talks out the mouth and just gets diarrhea at the mouth, and she doesn't stop. And half of the time she clears up a lot of the things that people are speculating and wondering. Half of the lies that she done told, she ends up telling the truth on them because she's just such a damn dummy. Y'all know what Jazzy does. And, you know, she went into starting to say that she might be pregnant. And, you know, this girl always thinks she's pregnant. From what the last I thought, that she was on birth control, but I guess not. So let's get into this video, y'all. I'm just gonna get into this clip and then we'll talk about it.
She sent $3. Thank you, girl. With a kissy emoji. Thank you. I appreciate the love. We're gonna beg because you know what? They already say I beg, so we're gonna beg and get a bag. And we're gonna go somewhere. Really enjoyed the pool video. I'm glad you enjoyed that video. The kids had a blast. I got sunburn really bad. Y'all can't really tell right now, but my nose is really red. You can see it when I take pictures though. And I got a bump right here. I've been breaking out a lot. I hope I ain't pregnant. I said that to Chris, and he said, "You think you're pregnant?" I said, "I don't know. I hope not. I hope the fuck not, because I want to enjoy time with the kids that I have right now. So I hope the fuck not." Let's see.
So y'all seen that clip, and not only at the ending did she proceed to say that Chris was trying to speculate that she might be pregnant, and y'all remember in one of her videos where she showed that Chris was sleeping on the couch and he looked mighty comfy on that couch. Y'all, I know people have been saying for years that since she's been with him that he sleeps on the couch, he does not sleep in the bed with her, because y'all know Chris has made it known plenty of times that the girl snores like a bear and she just is too loud for him and he doesn't want to be in the room with her. So I wouldn't put it past that, Chris, he's set in his ways. He's Miss Moody. He doesn't care. He runs his mouth and gets his attitude. I wouldn't put it past the Chris just, you know what, I'm not sleeping in that room. You can't stop snoring. I'm going to just sleep on the couch. So I think that's what he does. So for her to always put out this, I could be pregnant stuff when she doesn't even seem to ever sleep with the man. He doesn't even ever seem to be around. So when are you having time to constantly possibly be pregnant? And then she went on to say that she enjoys her children, or she wants to enjoy the children that she has because she doesn't have that much time with them, I guess, being little babies. She just wants to enjoy them, and then she'll think about having a baby. But then she just, a few lives back, it was like a month or two ago, she said that she was done with the thought of having kids and that she just thought that that was going to be it for her and she was just going to be content with that because her and Chris just decided on it. So what now changed that you're possibly pregnant again? And a lot of people said, she might be pregnant, which, I mean, it's always, might be pregnant, and she never is. So I have nothing left but to believe that, the girl isn't pregnant unless she comes on here and she posts a test and she says, I'm pregnant. It shows up, and then, Chris is confirming it, and then, she's going to see a doctor. Then that's when I'll say, okay, she's pregnant. But all this, I may be pregnant for content and for people to post clips and, get you your clout and all that. Sis, you always claim that reactors are trying to get clout off you, but sis, you throw out these things so that reactors can post you and then you could get the reactors clouts, because half of the time a lot of the reactors do other things. They have way more than enough views than she gets. So for her to always say that it's a clout thing when the girl is doing things so the reactors can talk about her, so she can get the reactors clout, sis, it's giving that you are a fan of the reactors and you are doing things so the reactors can build your channel up. But I'm gonna keep quiet on that. That's that. I mean, she always claims that she's getting to this bag, she's doing this, she's doing that, but sis, all you're doing is just trying to trick and fool the reactors just to keep them talking about you so you can just barely hold on to the little bit of views that you do have left. That's really all you're doing at this point. But if y'all peep in the beginning of that clip, she went on to be so hype about this $3 Cash App, and she said, so y'all call her a beggar, she's just going to beg anyway, and it's going to get her to take her kids on this trip. Sis, are you kidding me? You're on here begging for a $300 Cash App after you just spent $500 on your man's PS5, and you're saying that that is going to be used for the trip to take your kids on. But what the real thing that you want to say? Y'all watch this clip and then we'll talk about it. I know y'all probably saw the short, I don't know, but watch this clip and then we'll talk about it.
I don't know what we're gonna do with this now. I had a plan on some stuff. This company takes forever to pay people, so it's kind of annoying. They want to rush your content and then not pay you on time. But it is daytime, so it's different time frames and places. I'm really gonna put this, y'all. The weather is beautiful in California right now, really.
So that was just about 2 days ago. She went live and she was cutting meat, and she was cutting meat with the scissors, then touching the glass, or her wine glass. Then she was touching, y'all seen in the video, she was touching her phone, touching the counter, just touching every and anything. Like, sis, don't you know that when you're handling meat, you handle the meat and the meat only, and then you sanitize, wash your hands real good with a paper towel, and then you go on to touch your phone, your wine glass, your countertop. Like, you are too old to have to be told that you are not supposed to be touching on phones and things that you touch on every day, all day with raw meat hands. But she went on to say that she's been waiting on this sponsorship and that they take forever to pay people out, and that they want you to hurry up and do the sponsorship, but then they want to take all along to pay you. And then, she started going in saying that she had plans and that she's waiting on the sponsorship money. Sis, didn't this 21st of the month just hit? Doesn't your man work overtime? Don't you say that, he's constantly out and he works, 7 days a week, 14, 15 hours a day? Sis, how are you possibly waiting on a sponsorship check to take your kids out when you constantly claim that you're this boss bee, that everybody's so jealous of you, the reactors are just dying to just have your fabulous life, and they're just so jealous? But you really went on, and she made sure to speak real low so nobody could really hear her, and nobody could put two and two together of what the real issue is of why she hasn't took the kids out yet. Because y'all know, we're on July 10th. These months, they fly by. Basically the kids still have like almost 2 months, a full 2 months to go back to school, but not really, because kids go back to school by August the 20th, the 25th, at least down here in my state. Kids are back to school by August 25th. They don't wait till after September. And if y'all hear that little noise, I'm sorry, I keep hitting my jacket. But yeah, back to school is the end of August, so she doesn't really have that much time to take the kids and do all these things. And y'all know that Philip has them the weekends. I don't know if Philip stopped taking them all week or if he's even doing weekends. It seems like she's had the kids a lot, so I don't know what is going on with that. But she doesn't have that much time, and I just feel like she's procrastinating it so then she can say, oh, well, it's too late. I got school clothes I got to take care of. I got this, I got that. I just can't do it right now. Because originally she said that it was inflation and that it was groceries, and that's why she wasn't able to take the kids. But then she went on live about a day or two ago while she was cutting chicken, and she mumbled out that it was a sponsorship money that she was waiting on that didn't come in time. But sis, we still haven't heard of no trip. I'm sure the sponsorship money already came. That was a few days ago, and she still hasn't taken them. So I honestly think all around, it probably wasn't even the sponsorship money. It probably was just that she just didn't want to take them out and didn't want to spend the money to go. But y'all know that if the kids were going all summer at camp, she would have came up with some money real quick to take Legend and Chris out to their separate trip by themselves. But now that the Davis 4 kids are there, and plans got ruined, and they originally just thought it was going to be Legend that they had to take. Now all of a sudden out a sponsorship check didn't come through, which we already had known. But before I finish out this video, I also want to add in a clip of her, throwing a little bit of shade at Liv and explaining her and Chris's relationship, how, she all around wishes that she would have not had bring Chris to the internet, and it was her fault for introducing him and putting the relationship out there. Let's get into this clip and then we'll talk about it and wrap this video up.
It is weird. People are really concerned about our relationship, but I guess that's my fault because I brought Chris to the internet and I put our relationship on this platform. And so, I befriended people that I thought was friends, and people used certain things for a come up and stuff like that. But that's, you live and you learn at the end of the day. But, I don't give a fuck. People can say and think what they want to think. At the end of the day, I know what's real. He know what's real. And I don't even care. I don't care anymore.
So she went on to throw shade at Liv, and I know a lot of people have been saying like they're in cahoots. They really do talk behind the scenes, but they try to act as though if they don't talk with each other. And I honestly don't know if they talk or not. They don't interact on social media together, but I do know that they both throw hella shots at each other. And I would just think that if they did talk, they wouldn't be throwing so much shots at each other. But one of the things that I also noticed between them two is that they go live at the same time. They post videos at the same time. They go MIA at the same time. And it's just really strange how they have this same schedule together, but they just don't talk. And I did hear that Jasmine is following Liv on Instagram. I didn't want to post that in the video I was going to, but if y'all want to go, see for yourself, I don't know if she does or not, but I did hear. So I don't know what the relationship is between them two, but I do know that she was referencing that, you know, we all remember when Liv came on to say that Chris was hitting on her and they were arguing real bad and there was a lot of things going on. She basically said that that was for Liv to get clout off for her. She didn't address whether it was true or fake or not, and y'all know that she never will. She'll never address what really happened, what Liv said to confirm anything, what Liv said. She'll never do any of that. She'll just leave everybody wondering and trying to have everybody believe that Chris is this angel who just gets lied on all the time, and he's constantly just bullied on this internet, when y'all know that Chris does what he does. And that's why she never goes to address anything, or she never goes hard to defend him and say that he doesn't do anything, because she knows that whatever Liv said is what really happened, and that's why her butt went MIA after Liv went on to say those things. So Jazzy will always live in denial, and she'll always say that, oh well, she just shouldn't have showed Chris. That would have just been the 100% fix to all of this. But sis, you know, you should be able to still show your man and people not be throwing out all these claims and people coming out saying these things about him. So if that is what's going on, sis, that's because whatever people are over there saying that man does, he truly does do whatever anybody's over there saying that he does do. So, you know, this live was just very, very strange. I don't know what made her come on live to troll people. Not even to troll, but just to start begging. Like I said, I guess it was her setback by her having to spend $500 on the PS5. You know, spending hundreds on the car notes, you know, all the meat and the shoes and the clothes that she's got to fund this man just to keep this man up and around, walking around her house once a month. Y'all, it's just the maintenance. Like, sis, you really are willing to put out all that maintenance for a man who won't even come up there and sit on your live for 2 seconds, but he's quick to jump in the live and collect the checks and the cash apps. Like, that's one last thing, y'all. Chris popped up in the live at the end, and it was just very strange because it's like, oh, now you want to pop up when cash apps are getting thrown out. And y'all know Chris loves a cash app. He loves the 21st of the month check. Homie loves it all. Whenever he's getting a check from homegirl, that's when he's over there and he's all for it. And he's, you know, her man. And, you know, y'all know how Chris plays. But comment down below, y'all, what y'all think about Jazzy possibly being pregnant, her mom going in on Peach's kids, just talking crazy mess, her begging for the $300 cash apps to take her kids on this trip that she has no plans on taking them. Y'all comment down below what y'all think about all this. I knew, you know, it was quiet for a little bit, and then some stuff goes down. That's just usually how it always is with Jazzy, the pattern. It'll be quiet for a little bit, and then this girl wants to come out and troll and just act the fool, and she gets people talking about her, because that's just the only way this girl gets views and gets people talking about her. But again, comment down below, y'all, what y'all think. You know I love hearing your thoughts and opinions. Thank you guys so much for watching, and stay tuned for another one.
Tell me what you see in me. Gotta be something different.